What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we have, what am I doing again? My Hero Academia. I do so many drawings, it's just like, what am I doing? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Don't mind me, I'm a silly person. Okay, so it's from the sort of, I think it's a promotional image for Season 6. And it's got Shigaraki Tomura and Deku, right? Deku sort of in his 100%, right? So, close up on both of their faces, use a pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast, right? You want to find about the middle of your page first, and we're going to draw, you know, so like measure, find your center, you know, roughly, and then we'll just, because you can use like a thick or thin line, so it's kind of personal choice. Right, that'll do. Okay, we'll start with Shigaraki, right? So in this image, they are like, how would I describe? So we're like real close up, right? And there's no detail in their hair. Their hair is just like colored in, so that's like really easy for us then. So we'll start with Tomura, right? Over here. And then we'll start with his eye. And you can barely see this eye, right? Because it's all covered with hair. So we'll draw this eye anyway. You can see most of this eye. So we'll just curve a line up across this way, right? It's quite a thick line now. Right. Then the bottom, down around here, comes up to there. So we want to thicken this up as much as we can. Like so. Right, and then his, well, like maybe thicker. I'll go thicker. And you can bring these up to meet them, but like hair covers most of this, so you'll have to erase it or just color over it, okay? So his iris comes around here, and his pupil, like so. And I think he's got like some more details in on his eye, but no, he doesn't. So add some sort of texture lines and stuff. Like so. Alright, so what we can see of the other eye, right? We can just see it sort of starting like here, right? Roughly. A lot of it goes under hair, but like it's about half an eye. So the width of his eye, maybe half of it will fit in between, or just a little bit more than half, right? Because the eyes are real big in My Hero Academia. That's what you gotta remember. So this eye starts here and then it like curves across this way. I'm not going to draw in the whole thing. You can if you want, but you can only see inside this sort of corner, right? So you want to just, right, that's all you can see really. And it goes over his hair, like all comes down here. So I won't draw in the whole thing. And then this side, we'll do the same sort of thing again. Down, across, like so, right? And I won't go the whole way. We'll thicken it up. Like that, right? So just like kind of half an eye, okay? And the hair comes diagonally, that's why we can see this one a little bit longer, okay? So I hope that makes sense now. Okay, so then the iris, sort of same sort of distance across, maybe we'll start here. The eye in the original image is, it looks like he's cross-eyed, right? So it's like over here. So I'm moving it. If you look up sort of Season 6 promotional image or something on Google, you'll see what I mean. So I'm just going to put his other iris kind of here. And hopefully it'll make a bit more sense. He looks really cross-eyed in the other one, right? And some of this might go under hair, but we'll just do it like this. And then his pupil. Oh, yeah, that looks better. Is that better? Like, no offense, because the artist who drew this is obviously a really good artist. But it was like over here, like the pupil was like, you couldn't see the pupil because of the hair. And it'll just look real cross-eyed. I think that's better. Anyway, texture lines coming around his eye, and that My Hero Academia style. So he's got like lots of texture around his eyes and scars and all this kind of stuff, but we'll do that all at once, right? Just to keep things just a bit consistent, right? So then his nose, right? We'll just come down here and do his nose. Nostril, nostril. And then he's got like hatching. So, right, starting in the middle, sort of like that. And then we go down the side. Like this. Right. So his mouth. So his mouth is kind of semi-open with teeth. Okay, and he's got kind of like wrinkly, bumpy kind of mouth lines. So kind of comes across. We'll go. So starting maybe like underneath the inside of his eye there. So we'll go like across this way, and it's kind of a bumpy line, right? It's kind of like wrinkly, bumpy. That. So it looks like a kind of closed mouth at first. Then underneath this eye it comes around the bottom, right? So, and this side as well, sort of like curves around here, right? And we'll bring it across. So, right, and then we got like a bit of a shadow in this corner. And then a bit of a shadow in this corner also. And then teeth, right? So start in the middle. It's the best way because you get sort of the teeth in the right place, right? And most of his teeth are actually drawn in. Right, so we just go across like this. And again, they seem to be drawn in kind of in a bumpy sort of way. Like so. And then across here. More back there. And then you can see like the bottom teeth. He's got an overbite, so that you can just see like the bottom lines of these teeth here. This way, on there, make some hatching on the sides. Like so, right, and then, so he's got like a scar here, right, and there's a scar under his eye here. This goes underneath his hair somewhere. Maybe this starts with a scar up there as well. I'm not sure. Like so. And then he has a frecklized chin. Like there. And then there's like all these sort of cracks and sort of wrinkle lines on his lips, right? So he's a real sort of gnarly looking dude. I have another tutorial on Shigaraki. I have a few. But he's got like, I put like loads of this stuff on it, but you don't have to do that much. And his chin, okay? So chin down here. Just there, right? So roughly, eye to nose, like pupil to nose, is about the same as nose to chin, roughly speaking, okay? Nostrils, here to here, about the same as here to here. And then nostrils to bottom lip, about the same as bottom lip to chin, right? Boom, boom. That's your proportion. And then we'll bring his jaw. It kind of gradually curves this way, okay? So sketch it out sort of lightly. And when you're confident, you know, place. I'm only going up halfway. Because his hair covers most of his face, right? So this kind of thing, okay? Now, so let me just zoom out. We're doing his hair, and then we'll do kind of the anatomy around it. And there's like these drawn in sort of bubbles and stuff, and then we'll do like neck and scratches and all that kind of thing. So his hair. Yeah, so we just have starting like here. We'll start up here and we'll just like add all this hair. So kind of like it's drawn in like sort of it's floating kind of thing. I think he is underwater, so right here and then the other side. And if we go over any of the eye lines, we can just erase those. So this is all just like white, okay? There's no actual hairlines drawn in. It's all done with these angled sort of bits that come down across his face. And remember, you can do this kind of, I'm not like copying the picture exactly, I'm just sort of just getting a feel for it and adding whatever I can. Right, just around his face. And then, yes, we'll go like here. And around his eye. We've got some more here. Right. And so then this hair comes real long then. Down like so. Round. Down to there. And it's like purple. I'm not sure, there's a purple sort of section here. I think it could be just like the side of his head or, I don't know, a gap in his hair. So his hair's all sort of floating kind of here. And then it comes down to there, around. Down like so. Right, so this is like just all sort of white. So I'll just like erase any lines we shouldn't see. Right, so that's his face. Like, so that's most of it drawn in, right? And then there is a bubble, like a big bubble up here. It's done in with, it looks like it's done in digitally, but we'll draw it in. Like a bubble up here. And we'll color it as best we can. It's because he's sort of under, I think this is when he's sort of only awakening, you know, in that vat that he's sort of in. And then there's one in his cheek. We'll draw it in his cheek as well. You got a colored bubble that's kind of shiny, so I'll attempt to do that afterwards. So then, all around his eye, right, you just add loads of this stuff, all these lines. One this way and then this way. There's loads. Right, like so, and then over here as well. And they kind of get like more far apart as we go down his face, but he's got like these dart and dots and scratches and stuff on his face, like going down his face. Yeah, he's a gnarly sort of looking dude. So right, and all this is just coloured. It's not coloured at all. It's got like a gradual, it's got like a pink tone, sort of that kind of comes down, right? It gets like white down here, so it's not, there's no hairlines or anything, so it makes it easier for us. Right, so then his neck muscle, there, another one. Here, right, and then we got like an Adam's apple line there. And he seems to have some wrinkles coming across his neck or something here, like some hatching and stuff coming along here. You can do as much of this kind of stuff as you want. And then, so like all these sort of wrinkly sort of areas on his neck and stuff. And again, dot and dirt and all this kind of thing there. Then the other side of his neck, here, some hatching. I think we can see like his trapezius muscle coming down sort of here, barely. Yeah, so roughly here. Like some hatching and stuff coming down from that. Hatching is optional, of course, but it's just, it is in the image that I'm drawn from, so I'll put it in as well. Just thicken up maybe his jawline there. So, and then like maybe another neck area there, some hatching over here. Do. Like so, right, so we'll go over now and we'll do Deku. That's pretty much all we have to do, the hair and everything. You just colour that sort of a pinky purple. So Deku over here, we'll start with his big eyes, right? So we'll just, some big sort of curving letter C, right? So his eyes are massive, curves around like so, real big, right? I'll just bring them around underneath here, okay? Roughly like that. And then, so we thicken this up, this line. So you go sort of around here with this. And some of this will go underneath his hair as well. Do. Right, like that, roughly. Right, and his iris, big oval sort of iris, like so, and then his pupil. There, And then we have those lines that My Hero Academia characters sometimes have going around their eyes. Come in here. Like so, right? Right, so then we do the same thing on the other side. So just like a big curving sort of letter C around. I'm roughly trying to get them the same size, right? Like that, right? And then you make the top sort of from here thicker, so like this gets all thicker coming around. Okay, so thickening it up. Like so, and then iris, oval shape inside here, and another oval shape inside that one, like so. And then you add those lines all around. Like so, right, so his eyebrows then, right sort of by his eyes, right, so you just go like a big tick sort of going that way, and then a big tick going that way, okay? And you can maybe thicken up this end a little bit, right? Do. Oh, that was a little bit of a mistake. It gets real thin back here, so I'll just erase that line. We want it to be as thin as this side. Sorry, I'm rushing. I'm going too fast. Right, so kind of like this, and then his nostrils. Notice here, if I'm going too fast, just hit your pause button. So nostrils there, so you can pause. Right, and then he's got that hatching in the middle of his nose, just like Tomura. Like so. And then his mouth, so it's a closed mouth, not open. So, and it kind of starts maybe underneath the eye here, right? And it kind of curves down here, right? So it's real thin. There's a little bit of a gap, and then it goes back up the other side, down to there, okay? It's kind of got a little, like a thicker end back here. Like so. And then his freckles, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't see his chin, just can see his mask. So it comes down to like there. Then his face will come out from that, right? So his face comes out this side, curve it around, very close to his freckles. And then go up the side of his head to like here. Like that, and then we go same thing over here. I think we hit some hair up here somewhere, across from his eye. So I'm gonna say, we'll just do it here. Let me just kind of thicken up this line a little bit. so he has like some stress lines and stuff around his eyes as well. Like not as much as Tomura, but we'll add them anyway. There's loads of actually hatching on in this image, but we won't add all of that. I just don't want to fill it all up. You can if you want. There is a lot in the picture, but we'll just do something like that. It's probably enough. Right. So then the rest of that mask then, we'll do just curve it up here, right? Just so we get an idea where it goes. Goes up then, curves around, beside his eye, the bottom of his eye maybe there. Okay. So we can see like his sideburn and his hair kind of here. So like you do this sort of scratchy sort of line kind of around here, right? And his ear, will come out from there somewhere. It's like another hairline. Where's his ear? Where's his hairline? So his hairline's here. So I'm just trying to figure it out and I'm talking to myself. So we got this. This is like his sideburn. So then we'll put his ear come out here, right? The earlobe. And then his other earlobe, roughly speaking, there as well. So then they go up diagonal and then in under his hair there, and the other side comes up in under his hair over here, which like, so it's covered by hair here, and then we have another hair spike that comes across his face there. Comes across his eye, and then in there, bones and ligaments inside, right? So ear lines and stuff like so. Same on this side. We can see less, like that, right? And then so his sort of fringe and forehead does this zigzagging thing the whole way around, right? Like this, and then meets his fringe. So this comes down across his forehead, hair spikes like this all the way around, right? And again, it's the same as Shigaraki's. This is just green, and this one's green, that one's purple. So it's the same sort of idea. We don't have to draw in any details for the hair, which is nice. So his hair's coming kind of in across his face, right? And if you have to erase any of these lines, we can. Something comes across his eyebrow, back up into there, and then this comes across his eye. nearly touching it. Back up into here. And some hair behind his ear, I think. Sort of coming out this way. And some coming out from behind his ear up here as well. Like there's some of his mask goes in behind it, and then this comes around. Like that. Right, so then if you want, you can add some more of these sort of textures and things. But totally up to you, and you can erase any of these lines. So I might just do that now. Right, so the rest of his mask, so this will come down this way and then come right down off the bottom of my page. So it kind of just like curves down like this. Right, and kind of comes down here and then comes down off my page. And then we do kind of the same thing on the other side. So it kind of comes down. There's like a gray section, like another black or gray section. So it comes down, steps down again, and then comes down off my page there. Then we have a couple of details. So, right, so we got the center line here. Goes down like so, and then this kind of comes around this way. We'll go around here and something similar on this side. Kind of like that. And then we have, break it up sort of with these sections. Like so on each side. Like this, and then there's vents or holes just in it here. One here, one here. Like so, and then one more just down here. Right, and can we see some? Yeah, we can see like a little few here, just the bottoms of them. Maybe like a thin one. That, right, and then what we can see of his neck, so it kind of comes down here, and then his collar comes across like a neck muscle line or something there. And then down this side, some of the collar, like a neck muscle there. And then the starts of his trapezius, but he's got like, you know, a shoulder pad on, so it's got this sort of square sort of shape to it, or something going down there, and then it goes behind his ear. This black sort of hooked part of his mask, and then we can see the hood or something there. And then same thing on this side. This goes behind his ear. So that's black, and then we have a grey section. Like so. Around into there. And this goes down to there, and then down like so. And right, yeah, then there's just some like detail lines for his shoulder pads here. They come down this way. And there. Shoulder pad will go off this way. that. Bring this eyebrow a little bit further. Right, how are we doing? Okay. I think that's pretty much everything apart from All For One, right? So he's got I'll draw them in. They're done in with just lightning colors, right? But I'll draw it in just because you won't see it otherwise. So you just add like little sparks of lightning coming out. And if you go over any black lines, you just color over them or erase them, right? So these just come out from his eye. And there could be like a star sort of shape. You know, this sort of sparkle kind of thing there, colored in with lightning. And you can do as much of this now as you want, like another one maybe coming out from his eye here. You go all the way up and this will go off my page, right? And you can do kind of general. This can be done sort of lots of different ways. Like that, and we'll do maybe a shape coming off his face here. And any lines you go over, just, you know, color over them. You're just drawing over your drawing, basically. You're just placing this. Sort of like that. You do as much as you want now, so I might just do another one coming from his forehead here, right across. Right, and like any lines inside, you just erase them or color over them. But that's it. That's how to draw Shigaraki Tamura and Deku. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.